Let's look at some important terms from quality management. QA is quality assurance, the process focused quality management. QC is quality control, the product focused quality inspection. The COQ is cost of quality. All the costs related to quality are COQ. TQM, total quality management, the continuous improvement in the quality. PDCA, plan, do, check and act, better known as Deming's quality improvement cycle. UCL, upper control limit, LCL, lower control limit. These are the two limits used to determine whether the errors are within the range or out of the range. RACI matrix: responsible, accountable, consulted, and informed. This matrix gives the clarity of roles on a project. RAM is the responsibility assignment matrix. RAM assigns the work ownership to each team member. SME is the subject matter expert. He is the expert or specialist of a particular domain. PO is the product owner. The product owner owns the product backlog. SM is the Scrum Master. Scrum Master is a part of Agile framework. Scrum Master is an Agile framework facilitator. OCM, Organizational Change Management. OCM mostly deals with people or HR change management. Let's look at some jargons in communication and stakeholder management. MOM is minutes of meetings. It is a summary of discussions happened during the meeting. Stakeholder is an individual or a group who is interested in the project. Stakeholder might impact or get impacted by the project. Buy-in. Getting a buy-in means getting an approval or a support. Alignment is a term mostly used with alignment with the goals. That is, the agreement on the goals of a project. Touch point are the planned interaction points. Let's take a look at risk and issue management jargons. RAID, risks, assumptions, issues, and dependencies. RAID is a tracking log for the risk, assumptions, issues, and dependencies. RBS is risk breakdown structure. RBS gives the risks categorization. EMV is expected monetary value. It is the value of the risk impact. FMEA, failure modes and effects analysis. It is one of the risk analysis methods. SWOT, strength, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. It is the strategic analysis of these characteristics of an organization or a person. Mitigation is how the risk is treated. Mitigation is the remedial action to reduce the impact of risk. Contingency is the backup plan, the percentages added as contingency. You can also call it as a spare fund. Blocker is anything that stops your work. Any issue that is stopping your work from progressing. Red flags are serious risks, very high level risks. Risk register is a log of risks. It is a register in which we list down all the risks, assess them in terms of their probability and impact, and treat them by avoiding, mitigating, transferring. Let's look at some jargons from procurement and contracts. SOW is scope of work or statement of work. It is the document in which we agree all the scope. It is the document that contains the scope agreement. RFP is request for proposal. First stage in selection of a vendor or a supplier. RFQ is request for quotation. The request sent to the supplier for providing prices. RFI is request for information. It is a way to get clarity on unclear things. FP type of contract, fixed price contract. In this type of contract, the seller bears all the risk. On the other hand, CR is the cost reimbursable contract, where the buyer bears all the risks. T&M contract, time and materials contract, where the risk is shared by both the buyer and the seller. SLA, service level agreement. There is a performance commitment in SLA. Let's look at few terms from Agile and hybrid delivery. Agile is the iterative delivery. Scrum is a part of Agile framework that includes all the sprints or time-boxed iterations. Sprints are the time-boxed iterations. They can last for a day, 2 or a week or 4 weeks. Backlog is the log of remaining activity. Backlog is the prioritized work. Velocity. Velocity is the team delivery rate. Burn down chart shows how many activities are still pending to be completed. DOD is definition of done, the completion criteria. This criteria defines when an activity will be accepted as completed. Spillover is the incomplete sprint work that rolls out to the next sprint. Some important corporate meeting jargons. BAU, business as usual. BAU means the routine operations. EOD, end of the day. COP, close of play. COB, close of business. All of three means end of the day, which may be used as you need to complete this task by the EOD. Action item is an assigned task. When someone says deep dive, means they need to have a deep discussion, detailed discussion on a particular topic. Parking lot is a place for all the different topics. If certain issue cannot be resolved today, we put it in a parking lot and we revisit that issue after a certain duration in future. Low hanging fruits are the easy wins. Those activities which can be easily completed are prioritized, called as low hanging fruits. When project is on track, that means the project status is healthy. It's not over budget, it's not delayed. When something is at risk, there are some potential issues that are going to affect the project. When certain things are taken offline, that means they cannot be discussed in this meeting. They need to be discussed somewhere else. We need to arrange another discussion for that. For more content on project management and PMP exam, please follow PMX Hub on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. Thank you.